Greetings, parents and students. I'm here to help you guys get started with Active Classroom. And this is a brief tutorial on how to get your students loaded into the program once the teachers send you a link. And parents, I'm also going to show you how you can go in to be able to see your students' work and see the types of activities and lessons that they are doing. All right, so let's get started. My name is Jason and I'm with Social Studies School Service. So this is how we get started with it. So you may have received an email from your teacher giving you instructions on how to get into Active Classroom. They may have sent you a link and told you to click on it. And so I'm going to walk you through and show you how very, very easy it is to get set up once your teacher gives you that link. All right, so I've created kind of a fake letter here from a teacher, and so it's just this: hello students, I hope you and your family are doing well and staying healthy. To continue our learning this year, we're going to do social studies in Active Classroom. So use this link to set up the account for the first time. The teacher should have sent you a link like this for the first time. Now it will be unique to that teacher, so don't use my code because you'll end up in my class and I'll assign really hard work for you. I'm just kidding. All right, so you want to get in. What you simply do is just click on that link, and it should open up in a new browser like this. And so it's opened, and here we go. You need to make sure that it says student registration. If you see something other than student registration, your teacher sent you the wrong link, and you'll want to send them an email really quick saying you sent us the wrong link. So I've instructed your teachers. I've done a welcome video like this for teachers so they know what to do. All right, so I'm going to just create a fake student here. I'm just going to call myself Jason Student, and my email is just jason@student.com. It doesn't even have to be a real email, but you may want to use a real email so your teacher knows who you are and knows where you know, which class you belong in and everything like that. But I'm actually going to show you, you're going to be able to drop right into the correct classroom. So your teacher sent you this link. You put your first name, your last name, your email. You've confirmed with the same email. You do not need to put a contact phone number. You'll want to set your password. I just created a simple password. Then I scroll down and look at this. If your teacher has done the pre-work like I instructed them to do, it will have the different class periods in here. If they have not done that, then you just add yourself into the teacher's class without selecting a class, and then they'll have to figure out where you belong and move you afterwards. So this is where you'll go. And so let's say you're in this teacher's first period class. You select first period, click on the I agree to terms of use, and hit register. And it's really that easy. And now you are in Active Classroom. Your teacher has to assign to you the atlases. Looks like I've already assigned to this class a couple of the atlases, so that's good. Anytime you want to go back to the home page, just click on the A or click on Active Classroom, the words, and it takes you back to home. So you've got atlases here. You've got this really cool map tool, so you can go in and create different kinds of maps and save them. It allows you to add in a lot of different things. So play around with these different buttons over here on the left side. You can change what map you have. You've got this thing down here where you can drop in videos, pictures, and text. Right here you can type in, you know, captions, and you can type in full descriptions. You can add a video from your computer or a video from YouTube or something like that, as well as an image. And your teacher will be able to see all of the work that you're doing. All right, you can also do things, cool things like add in, maybe your teacher, you're learning about different types of agriculture. And so maybe they farm a lot of sheep in this part of the country. Maybe they do a lot of fishing out here on the coast. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with this. You can add in maybe if there's conflicts or fires, you could drop those in wherever you want to, wherever you maybe find oil, different things like that. So your teacher may give you some instructions on how to do this. So this is just kind of a cool tool that allows you to kind of create some really neat maps. There's all different types of layers up in these buttons over here on the top left or top right that you can add in. All right, I'm going to hop back out of this and jump back to the main screen. So I have no activities yet because my teacher hasn't assigned anything to me. Unless I go back here, and it looks like I did assign some things. So this must have been assigned previously by my teacher. And so I can launch and go into the activity. It says that this one is already done. Let's see, it's already been graded, so I can't really do much with this. So I'm going to pause real quick, and I'm going to go in as my teacher, and I'm going to come back, and you'll see some new things in here. So pause for just a second. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back, and magically the screen has generated some new content for me. All right, so my teacher has just assigned me some activities. You can always go and find those over in your assignments and grades. You can see all the different activities when they're supposed to be completed. All right, and so I'm going to click on this first one here. It's the Atlas of U.S. History. So I say first one. This was the one that was actually assigned first. The last activity your teacher assigned you will end up right here. So watch what happens. Your teacher can choose to give you instructions. And so right there, the instructions pop up first. Now, we need to be good students. We need to make sure that we read the instructions before closing them out. So I did not even bother to read that. So where do I find those now? I can click on the little instructions button right here and it tells me complete full assignment before submitting. Okay, thanks. Teacher gave me some information and now I've got my activity here. So it says American troops fight the Korean War. Over here, I've got these maps so I can enlarge them by clicking on the little arrows out. And then you just click on the screen again to shrink them down. And it's got two different maps that I can look at. So I'm going to study these two maps, and then I'm going to answer the questions here. It says, based on the sources, place the events below in chronological order. I'm not even looking to see what they are. I'm just moving things around, and I have no idea. So I'm just going to do this. And then I'm like, okay, I'm pretty good with that. I think I'm ready to go. So I'm going to click on next. All right, it takes me to this. I've got some questions here. There's a map, so I'm going to read this brief synopsis. I'm going to look at the map again, take it full screen, shrink it down, and then I'm going to drag and drop these in here. And I'm not even reading what I'm doing. I'm just adding them in wherever I feel like it. Cold War, I'm just going to drop here. I'm just going to put this down. Whoops, down here. There we go. And then let's see, drag this one here. All right, Cold War there, and north there. Okay, so I drop those in, and then I hit next. Here we go. I'm going to select an answer. I didn't even read the question, but you guys can see over here it gives a brief reading and then a couple of different maps that you're going to answer some questions about right here. It says, which statement below best summarizes? Sometimes it asks you to put in multiple answers, so make sure you read the questions really carefully. Also, let's say you're struggling and maybe you struggle with reading, or maybe you read in a different language. If you click on this little text-to-speech button, it will actually read to you, and it highlights the word as it's being read. I don't know, you probably can't hear it through this recorded session, but it does read the word as it's going. You can also highlight and translate into multiple languages. So you can click on this here, click on the little world button, and it defaults to Spanish. This one I had already set for Vietnamese. So it has Vietnamese here. If you need to change your language, you can click on this button right here, select translations, and select which language you want it in. This could be also very useful, especially if maybe you speak English, but your parents have a different native language. Maybe you speak Swahili. You could change it to whatever. Maybe you want to learn a new language while you guys are staying at home. You can do that too. All right, so that's the text-to-speech button. Let's say your teacher gives you some type of assignment that asks you to download a graphic organizer that you fill out. Well, once you're done with that graphic organizer, snap a picture of it and then click on this right here to attach a file to that assignment. So maybe you have a picture or a map that you drew or something like that that you want to attach to this assignment. You can do that right here and your teacher will see that. Also, with every assignment, there is a group chat, a chat here. So I've launched this, and understand this, your teacher is the moderator and they can see everything you type in here. So make sure you're being appropriate and you're doing the right thing with this. But you can see right here, your teacher can see every comment and see who's all in there, block people and remove people. So those are your discussion board. To participate in that, you just launch it. It allows you to type in things here and submit whatever your post is. It also allows you to create a new thread out of that, but your teacher will kind of guide you with that. All right, I'm going back to this home page here. So we looked at this first assignment, and I forgot to show you one thing. It's going to take me back to where I left off here. Should be, yep, question 3. It saves my answer. It didn't, I must not have answered that one. And then I hit next. And then this right here allows you to type in a response. And so there's a reading on the left-hand side as well as a map. and then it asks you to compare Truman's limited policy with MacArthur's total war. And so after you've read that and looked at the map, you're going to type in your response right here. So you'll type that in, and when you are all done with the assignment, there's nothing else, 4 of 4, we're completely done. Then you hit the turn in assignment. So I'm just going to type in something right here, and I'm going to hit turn in assignment, and it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to turn in this assignment, because you will not be able to change your answers. And if you're sure, then you hit confirm, and now your assignment is turned in. And so, oh, it tells me I still have unanswered questions. Are you sure you want to turn in your assignment? Oh, maybe I forgot to answer a question. I could hit cancel and go back and do those. But I'm just going to hit confirm right here, and my assignment is now turned in, and I am no longer allowed to make any changes to this. If you made a mistake, you can email your teacher, and I can help your teachers unlock you from that assignment. So it's not that big of a deal, but try to not do that, because it is a little bit of a hassle for your teacher. All right, so it tells you right here your assignment's been turned in, has all that information. Good. Now I'm going to go back to my home page. I'm going to show you this next one here, and I'm going to show you another tool that's built in. So this one here, it says, as you read, highlight examples of hysteria in American life and culture because of McCarthyism, and describe what you think those would look like today. So I was the teacher. That was the instructions I gave you. Your teachers can set up these annotations and highlights however they want to, so they may assign things for you. So how do I do that? Okay, I'm just going to kind of skim through the reading, and see here. Obviously, I didn't quite look at this one too much here. Oh, it's talking about graft and corruption. So I'm going to highlight this, and treason. Okay, so I'm going to highlight these words right here, and I'm going to click on the little highlighter button, and this allows you to add that highlight. So I chose hysteria. Your teachers might put anything in there depending on what the content is, what the topic is, or they might just have something generic like highlight the main idea, because maybe they want you looking for certain things. So once you do that, you can give a response in here and say, corruption today, whatever, fear, I'm just going to put that there, corruption today. So now I've done that, and make sure you answer the questions in here. And so you'll answer all the questions. Some of the assignments will have multiple layers to them. So you'll see those living on the left-hand side. There's like a table of contents. You'll want to make sure you go through every one of those before you turn in the assignment. So that's pretty much it for students. It's pretty easy. Once you turn things in, your teachers have access to them. It's just a great way for you guys to kind of keep in touch. I love those discussion forums for you guys to have classroom discussions in there. So now I'm going to switch over and show you guys the parent. So parents have a portal as well. So you'll notice here that it's a generic portal, but the parents need to have access to your email address. So what they're going to do is they're going to click on copy and paste. So I've opened up a new link here, and let me get to that. Oops, I must not have clicked it. Let me try it again. There we go. Now it's opening up. Okay, so for the parent, what they're going to do is they're going to put in their name, their email, their password, and then they're going to type in your password. So remember, I was jason@student.com. They would type that in and agree to the terms and service. So I'm just going to fill this in. So Jason's dad@dad.com. Jason@dad.com. All right, so now I am in. I'm going to agree to the terms of use, and I'm going to register. It says registration was completed successfully. A notification has been sent to the student's teacher. You will receive an email notification when a teacher approves your request. Okay, so the teacher has done that, and I'm going to come back here. I'm going to actually hop over to my teacher account real quick, and I should be able to see that parent request. So right here, click to validate the parent's account. And so I say, okay, great. This parent is good to go. And then the parent has gotten that notification. So now I'm going to go to jason@dad.com. This is my parent account, and good. You are now, and so it tells me right here, teacher Jason Allenfeld has granted you permission to view Jason's students' assignments and grades. Click here to view the student's account. All right, so I can see what the teacher has assigned to you as a parent, and I cannot answer the questions for you. Sorry, kids. Can't answer the question for you, but at least the parents can go in and look and kind of see what you're doing along the way. They can also see all of your grades. So that's pretty much the long and short of how to use Active Classroom. It's really pretty simple for you guys, the students, and for you, the parents. It's great to have that extra visibility. So again, thank you guys for stopping in. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, jason@socialstudies.com. We also have our general tech support help desk, which is help@socialstudies.com. And let us know if you have any other questions. And we hope that you guys all stay healthy and stay comfortable during this time. All right. Have a great day.